Investment in energy efficiency. That's President Obama's recipe for boosting job creation. Will it be enough? And can TARP be legally used to pay for the plan? Here to weigh in, Republican Congressman Don Manzullo of Illinois and Democratic Congressman Mel Watt of North Carolina, both. And this is what's crucial. Both are members of the House Financial Services Committee. Thank you both very much for joining us. It's great to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Anytime. Representative Watt, I'll begin with you. Legally, can the president shift the usage of TARP to a totally different intent than what was originally voted upon?
Well, I don't think he would shift it without consultation with Congress and without probably some legislative authority. No, he won't be able to do that on his own initiative, but I think all of us understand the importance of creating jobs, and that by creating jobs, we bounce the economy back, and that helps the overall economic situation.
Representative Manzullo, the president is proposing some very interesting things, and namely, tax breaks for small businesses, and a lot of job generation comes from small businesses. How is that a negative thing?
You know, if it were tax breaks, a tax investment credit, things of that nature, that would be one thing, but cap and trade is going to cost about 3 million jobs. It already cost 1,000 construction jobs in my congressional district in an area that's really heavily, there's heavy unemployment. The health care bill that passed could cost another 5 million jobs. Look, we can't spend our way out of this recession. We have to manufacture our way out of it. And by keep on pouring on the debt and debt and debt, and now Moody's is at the point where we're saying we could lose our AAA rating on the bonds. That would be an absolute disaster. The United States would no longer have the greenback as or the world wouldn't have the greenback as a reserve currency. We've got to stop this crazy spending that's going on.
Well, Representative Watt, yes, that's true. I think a lot of Americans are awfully concerned about that kind of spending. But tell us, what are the best proposals? Because I think that there are some questions as to whether you can actually create demand for products that small businesses make just simply by incentivizing them to hire more workers. How does this work?
Well, I think you create demand for products by giving people jobs. If people don't have income, there is no demand. You're absolutely right. And the objective is to put people back to work so that they can create demand for the products that are being made, and to produce the products here in the United States so that they can buy them. So this is not rocket science here. We're following the same philosophy and process that every president throughout history and every country throughout history has tried to follow to create jobs.
Representative Manzullo, zero capital gains taxes for small businesses. You don't see that helping the picture at all?
Well, that would, but most small businesses don't pay capital gains taxes at this point. I mean, first of all, there shouldn't be any type of an income on that type of a gain anyway, either an interest that you earn in a bank or on capital gains taxes. And businesses today are doing what they can just to stay above water, but all the regulations. I mean, the EPA is now going to be regulating carbon emissions. We had the cap and trade, and then the massive bill that just passed the House a couple weeks ago on dealing with health care. On top of that, Financial Services has a bill that's 9 bills in one, 1,300 pages. It's going to regulate everything from salaries and wages of people involved in financial institutions down to every single financial product in the country. You can't continue to increase the size, the scope, the power of the federal government at the same time talk about creating jobs. The two are inconsistent.
Representative Watt?
Well, I mean, he's covered a lot of territory. I'm not sure exactly how to respond to you know.
Well, it's a lot of spending, and it's a lot
I thought Republicans supported zero capital gains. The last time I checked,
that's correct.
You know, that was, and that's what the president's supporting. That's good for small businesses. It's good for businesses. So, and that encourages people to employ.
But
right?
you can cut taxes all the way down that you want. The problem is you increase taxes by increasing all these regulations.
Oh, I don't agree with that. We got to restore confidence of the American people in the financial services markets because they've lost confidence.
But now,
and one of the ways to do that is with appropriate regulations. Now, we can't all of a sudden start pretending that the financial services industry didn't have a meltdown last year.
Except now that the Federal Reserve already had the power to stop these subprime lines.
But they didn't do it.
But they didn't do it, and so this bill gives them more power.
Well,
so
it gives a consumer financial protection agency more power that goes to work every day looking out for the consumer.
Let me jump in here. Representative Manzullo.
We're talking about 9 bills at one time.
Do you really believe that we should simply let things continue so that we might even have a repeat of what we saw with October of 2007, credit default swaps running wild, derivatives going crazy? That won't be what brings us down the next time. It'll be something totally different.
No, we agree on that. Here's the problem. What started all of that was the easy money. Was allowing people to buy homes who had no down payments and were allowed to go to closing with no proof of their income. That was insane. That went on at a lunatic level. And everybody knew that there was a train collision coming at the end of the tunnel somewhere down the line. And once we tighten up those regulations so that people have to have a stake in what they buy and they're able to afford to make the mortgage payments, that would stop that subprime.
Very quickly here, Representative Watt, when does the spending stop?
Well, I don't know that you can stop spending. We're never going to stop spending.
But you know,
what we're trying to do is decrease the escalation of deficits, and I think we're in the process of doing that.
Well, that's like slowing a train from 90 to 85 miles an hour with a brick wall 10 feet ahead of you.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
And slowing it to 50 and 40 and 30.
It is so
every mile per hour
it's this kind of discussion that actually helps the situation.
We're never going to agree on it.
Look at it, still going. Okay, when we're done, you guys keep talking and come together on some things. We'd love to see that.
No way that's happening.
Representative Donald Manzullo of Illinois and Congressman Mel Watt of North Carolina. Great to see you. We'd love to have both sides here talking about it.
Thank you.
Ask us back again. We're having fun.
Anytime. That's what matters. I think it helps Americans feel just a little bit better that they're talking about it. At least I do. All right.